age saved 19,000 lives since 1975. 19,000 lives have been saved because the drinking age was raised. 19,000. That's if we take Oak Forest High School and times that by what, like 15? Since 1975. And so if we were going to lower the age, you know, these problems are going to start, we could probably assume that these problems are going to start all over again. Okay, I'll take a minute. Rebuttal.
Holly.
I don't know. Couture wasn't being specific. No, I'm kidding.
I think you need to cite your sources more.
Yeah, I don't know if they're credible. Did I tell you to go easy on Mr. Couture?
Couture is no mercy.
What does Harvard smart about Harvard University?
Are you ready? Go.
Alright, if we go to the St. Patty's Parade, that's a tradition, you know, kids go, get drunk. Tradition, nothing you can do about tradition.
Get drunk.
I'm gonna go, I'm gonna be like, yeah, do the tradition. Exactly. And you went to Eastern, right?
Yes.
You know, Eastern's one of the biggest party schools. Are you going to try to tell me that you stayed in on the weekends and didn't go to parties when you were underage? And if you do say that, I don't believe you. My dad drank as a kid, and he's fine working him. And he's fine, nothing wrong with his brain. And going to drinking underage, if we lower the age, then we don't have to lie to our parents, so saying that, oh no, I can make it home. If we lower the age, then we could be like, yeah, we're drunk, I'm just going to stay here or something. And alcohol puts hair on your chest, and I mean, you got a lot of hair on your face, so I'm assuming that And another thing is that
now you're going down.
if you could go to a war at the age of 18 and you could possibly die at war, you should be able to drink. You can buy cigarettes at 18, you should be able to drink, because cigarettes is worse than drinking. If you can go to jail and be tried as an adult at 18, you should be able to drink at the age of 18.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, I agree. Military age, you know, 18. If 18 years old to enter the military, you should be able to drink. I think that 18 is too young to enter the military. I think we should raise the military age to 21. Because at 18, I don't think that everyone has really a sense of what they want to do in their life. Many people that go to college in the first couple of years, probably about 40% change their major within the first 2 years. And so if you're committed to a 4-year military term, you know, who's to say that, you know, in 6 months that you want to get out of it? Not every 18-year-old knows what they want to do. And also, the fact that military age and drinking aren't really the same thing. Those people that decide to enter into the military at 18, I mean, that's one thing. That's only going to affect that person. But if you lower the drinking age to 18, what's going to happen is that that's going to allow the 18-year-olds to buy alcohol for those that are 16 and 15. You know, for those that are younger than them. Now, getting back to what you said about England, according to the hospital episode status in England, a survey of 15 to 16-year-olds found that UK teenagers came at or near the top of the International League for binge drinking, drunkenness, and exposure to alcohol problems. In fact, a quarter of those asked in this report found that drinking 5 or more drinks in a row, or found that these students that were surveyed drank 5 or more drinks in a row 3 times or more in the previous month. 68% reported having been drunk at least once in the last year, relative to an average of 53% across all countries surveyed within the European countries, or I'm sorry, the United Kingdom countries. And so that's kind of a lot. Also, to add to that, if you look at alcohol-related health problems for those that are 15 to 16 years old, in 2002 to 2003, there were 14,000. In 2006 and 7, there were close to 20,000. So about a 5,000 student increase in the amount of injuries. And up to 1,000 young people in the survey reported facial injuries as a result of drunken assaults. And so that's increasing as well. Kind of like this hostility among teenagers out there.
Was that it?
Yeah, that's it. Sorry. Okay, take a minute for your closing.
And this we just restated.
You can rebut it again too. You want to rebut and rebut?
I think Mr. Couture is having fun.
I think you should do this one on them.
Sam?
Alright, so basically, just what I was saying before, I'm not saying that this is going to be better lowering the drinking age, I'm just saying that it's going to reduce the amount of underage drinking, therefore not so many broken laws, and then there won't be as many kids binge drinking over the weekend. They'll just like spread it out, I guess, I don't know. And binge drinking pretty much occurs only at parties, and if we make it to where kids have been drinking since the age of 5, it wouldn't make it to where they want to binge drink, because drinking wouldn't be such a big deal to kids now if they have been drinking since the age of 5, because they'd have the opportunity to do it whenever. And another reason why kids drink is like kind of a way to rebel, and if it's not illegal, then kids really won't want to do it that much. And that's it.
Okay. I don't necessarily see drinking as a form of rebellion. I see it as a form of kind of like letting loose. Yeah, some people see it as sort of like this forbidden fruit, and if we allow it, then it's going to decrease the kids that want to get it. And I kind of disagree with that. In our culture, we have this thing that yes, if you can't have it, you want it more. But there's sort of like, it's going to take a while for people to accept drinking into our culture. I would say maybe let's say 5 years. But in those 5 years, it's going to be a madhouse of increased drinking and driving, poor choices amongst teenagers, and not only that, you're going to have, there's going to be an increase in those 15 and 16-year-olds that are drinking. And just a few more statistics. This is by the CDC, who states that alcohol use interacts with conditions like depression and stress and contributes to an estimated 300 teen suicides a year. So not only do we have the drinking and driving, but now we have kids killing themselves. It increases depression. High school students who drink are twice as likely to have seriously considered attempting suicide. In terms of sexual behavior, current teen drinkers are more than twice likely to have had sexual intercourse within the past 3 months, as opposed to those who don't drink. And adolescents who drink are more likely to engage in risky sexual activities. They may end up with someone without the use of a condom or pill, which is going to lead obviously to more problems.
That's it.
Wait.
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Questions on question and answer time. Yes.
You about your military thing. They can't rank the military age higher than 18 because, like, by the time you're 30, the military already considers you to be old and like out of shape. They have to get them young, so they can't rank the age, which means that, like, the drinking age. If you could go into war and you could kill someone legally, why can't you drink?
Okay. Well, my point was that I think we should raise the age because 18 is way too young. And also, too, it kind of seems like there's sort of kind of like this pattern of people doing things at a later age, as opposed to back in the 30s and 40s when at 18 people were out of high school getting jobs. Well, now people are they're spending more time at home with their families. Most people really aren't getting out into the workforce until later in life. The average marriage age is a little bit older as well. And so given all that, I think we could probably say that, in terms of military, probably even 33 are fit to, serve in the military. In fact, if we look at, some of the commanders, I mean, they could be up until retirement age. And so I think what we could do is maybe even build kind of like a better structure of maybe lieutenants and platoon leaders and that sort of thing.
I could argue.
So yeah, we need to move the scale back.
I mean,
And so 30, I think, I'm 33. And if I were, probably in shape,